three technical interviews. The first one was for international company in the United States. But I was waiting for the first phase. But when I joined the interview, they started with a system design interview.
Oh, it happened again. Have you watched my system design interview that I did for?
Nice.
In Do you think you are doing good on it, or is still not so good?
Um, in system design interview, I think I will not be a good fit for this interview because I have some experience, but I don't practice. I have a lot of time without practice anymore. So, but today I had an interview, the phase one, by the way, that it is for a position control, but the client is from Brazil. It's PG. And they had two technical interviews. The first one it's QA questions and a little code, and the next step it's a system design interview. So I need to practice for this another interview, but not is now. Um, I think that the main focus is in the Monday interview. That is those QA questions and some lead code. So we we can just make a mock interview, I would say, and in the next meetings we can try a system design interview.
Okay. Usually they can start by asking a live coding task, and if you pass it, then they start to ask broader questions. For example,
Okay.
what is some advantages from Kotlin in comparison to Java, for example, in this case, because it's a Kotlin interview. But first, let's do a live coding session, so you can also test your tool that you have acquired, right?
Okay. Um, you can share the codes in the chat that you prefer, or we do something that you imagine in your mind.
Let's do the classic palindrome.
Okay, so
I will get from the document that I have created. So we have many kinds of palindrome. First, I will ask you the classic one, which is the easiest one, which is just words that can read from the beginning to the end, and vice versa. If it's okay, you pass it, we can do the hardest one, which is with the dimensions, and we need to clean the input and so on.
okay, let's try. And just let me set up the environment before.
Okay.
Because I need to put my Google API key, so it's not good to show in a live.
No problem. And remember, do this previously, at least 1 hour
Mhm,
before the meeting on Monday.
mhm. You're right.
Because if you try to do that a few minutes before this, it may not work and you are going to get in trouble.
I had tried before the system. It works fine, I would say, but why do some tests, So,
Mhm.
so let's go. I will share my screen with you. I will share my entire screen. So that is just a window from Google Chrome, for example. I'm sharing the.
You have two monitors or displays.
Mm, no, at the moment I'm using just my laptop.
Okay. If it's necessary, if you, for example, let's suppose you don't have these two, and you need to do a palindrome or a bus. Can you do it?
No, I can't.
It's so easy. I think it's easier for you to learn it instead of
Uh,
using the tool because they
I
are
think
so
that
easy.
is about learning. It's about memorize. For example, I in my computer I have some. Uh, let me found. I have some. I have a PDF with some lead code examples, for example, with the problem and the solution. So,
If you
uh,
do it 5 times each one of them, I doubt that you wouldn't memorize it
it's
because
good.
they are so repetitive.
Okay.
But let's go.
Let's
Let's use the tool.
so. Do you have the link of the lead code?
Yes, I will just create some random words here. So this is the requirement, and give me just a minute, and I will generate some inputs for you.
Okay. Just a friendly reminder. This tool that we will try needs context of the problem. So, for example, I take a screenshot and um, send send to analyze, and then the AI answer me with the code. So um, if you just put if I just use this palindrome with ignore punctuation and spaces, for example, I think this is not working for the AI because I don't have a specific context about which palindrome you need that I do.
Mm, okay.
So we need a problem and the in the context of the problem, for example. If you
Okay.
want, I can.
So if they ask you a generic question, the the, the tool won't be able to help.
Yes, for example, I will share my screen now.
Mhm.
Um, you can see my screen.
Yes. Can you see my
Uh,
screen? Yes.
in the right side, we can see the message of the chat. So we have your your problem, your list code, and then in this another tab we have the two sound list code, for example. So here we have the context of the problem, and we have some examples. So first I will try this one with a screenshot. So now I'm making the column B, um, and I will ask you if you can see something um,
Okay.
in your screen.
So far, I haven't noticed anything.
And so, okay, I have, I'm starting I'm running the, the tool, and they are generating the solution. You can see anything.
No.
Okay, so I will use this time to open the browser. Um, and then now I will start to write the codes. I will open my Simera to that, and you can see me while I'm writing the code. So
Okay.
just give me a minute.
Use
Okay,
the IntelliJ IDE or
okay.
VS Code because if you
Mhm.
use the notepad, it's it may trigger them because we know that we don't use notepads to code.
Okay,
So use IntelliJ, for example, or VS Code.
I will try. I will want to run the file now. I will just make a simple Java class here, and I don't have the VS Code setting up for Java, so we cannot run this file, I think. But
Probably not.
so you can see the VS Code.
Yes.
Uh, um, let's start. I'm not reading the AI now, just writing the code.
Okay.
Um, public static void main string. It's right. I'm not sure. String
Yes.
args.
You can put the brackets before or after the name of the variable. No problem.
System dot out dot println. Hello Robson. Let's check out if we can run the code. Yeah, we can. Oh, what the heck?
I think it won't be able to do this. Because you need
let's
to have
let's
the VS Code set up before this. But it's okay. It's public static void main string args. It's okay. But I think it's not working because the VS Code is not set up
Oh
for this.
shit. String I with need
Oh,
uppercase.
you forgot.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
here.
A
Yeah,
simple bug that we find in my
good catch.
okay. So now we can run the Java code. Let's start the problem. So I will copy the problem here and pass here with some comments. Okay, so now we have the problem and the code that we need. Um, you can see the AI in
No.
your screen.
If I
So
I notice something strange, I will tell you.
okay, now I started writing public boolean method called is palíndromo that receive a string as a parameter. This is the string that you check if it's palindrome or not. So the first thing is clean the string. For example, if you have some accents. É acento? Como é que se fala acento, velho? Acento de palavras mesmo. Accent is about speaking. Like in India accent, for example, if I try to do, sorry,
You are learning how to speak in English.
India English, because if I speak like that, I will take the international job, I guess. So it's
It
just a
may be
joke.
the case.
So
Accents. You may say it
yes,
like that.
we need to clean the string to remove the accents from the text. So we start to dot replace oh sorry the replace all, and here we write a simple regex that can catch the um
Accents.
yes the accents just
Also remember to remove punctuation and spaces.
AZ and AZ and 0 to 9. Okay, so this let me check out if these are right. and then we will replace for them just a empty space, and we need another one here. And we will convert this to lowercase. So the first thing that we are doing is remove all the numbers and the accents from the text, and you replace everything for empty space, for empty string, sorry, and send it to lowercase.
I think it's good to use Kotlin, right?
Mm. I can't tell
Because
very well. I don't know
because
Kotlin.
oh, you don't know Kotlin?
Not really.
Oh, it's really easy. But let's do it like that. Keep going. Just make it work. I will
Okay,
teach you real quickly how to use Kotlin.
sure.
But keep
Uh,
keep using Java, no problem. Just make the test pass.
okay. And now we can just let me think about the problem again. Um,
You can mention to me what you are thinking and planning to do, and I can help you.
I'm thinking make some variables to count from the left and from the right the the words, the text, because I think that we need to count from the left and from the right to this string. So
You
I
can
will write.
create a variable that stores the reversed string. So this is the easiest palindrome kind that we may encounter. So you can just use the reverse function or method.
I'm sorry, can you repeat, please?
You can try using the reverse method. So you reverse the clean string and then compare it to the clean string itself. If they are the same, they they are it is a palindrome. So it's like reversing one string and then comparing it to its previous version before the reversing.
I was think something like we can count the from the left and from the right, and then compare the with each one. For example, if the count of characters from the left it's equals from the right, so it's a palindrome. It's a palindrome, for example, because all the letters it's like equals, I would say. And after that we can, yeah, um just let me remind you the problem. Can you tell me how palindrome works, for example? I'm not sure, but I think that is, for example, um a word that we can read the same word from the left or from the right. That is it.
Yes, yes, exactly. For example, on line 12, you can say that it's a palindrome because it's called Madame. You can read it from the beginning to the end and vice versa, and it's the same. That's it. That is a palindrome.
I don't know if this AI are doing the right code. So,
Hmm. We may create some assertions or TTT style tests.
for example, I will pass the entire code here just to you see what the AI are right. The palindrome that I understand it's the same count of words, you know, from the both sides. example.
It's another way of doing that.
Yes.
You have changed the name of the class at the top. That's why it's complaining. Try to run again.
It's not working. I need to replace the replace here.
You can just change the name of the file to solution.
Here I have the palindromes.
There is some phrases as well. A man, a plan. Why?
Yeah, but I don't know why. Why?
The AI didn't work correctly.
Yes. They put some phrase here.
Oh,
We
okay. It didn't consider the list that I gave you.
Yes. Let's try kayak, for example. Does kayak, if this is still working? Yes, kayak work. Let's try
Another,
Mateus.
yes, try something that we know that is not a palindrome.
It's work.
Yeah, it didn't show up, so it's working. You may change the answer to no, didn't find any palindrome, for example, because it right now it's just an empty bracket, so it's not so clear.
We can throw an exception, for example, but it's more hard. It's more hard code. It's good to do static code.
They may ask you to change the behavior of the palindrome. For example, now I want to get the biggest palindrome. How would you do that?
Now
Go
I can't use AI because not is in the context, so it's my mind's working, I would say. So to get I give a list of words, right?
Right.
Let
Put
me
all
put
of them in
this.
the list.
So let's try. Okay, it's working. Um, so basically we need to count the entire list and check which word it's more longer than the another one. So we have the you need that I provide to you the most longest word from the entire list, the entire list, or just from the palindrome, for example.
For the entire list, the biggest palindrome.
Which word from all the list it's a palindrome and it's the biggest one.
Exactly.
I would like to use that trick here, for example. So I I would say that I need to put a comment here just to remember the problem. For example, from the entire list of words, we
To
need
remind
to
yourself. To remind yourself.
yes to remind myself to choose the most not the most the
The biggest.
biggest words from that are a palindrome, and then I will use the AI again because now we have the comments telling us. Just let me clean the code before remove
You
this.
may set up the AI on Monday to don't generate comments or documentation because it may confuse you.
I think this is good for me because helping me to understand the code before reading, you know. So instead of reading the entire code and after writing, I just read the comments while I'm writing and reading the code that they I give me. And then I have some things in my mind, you know, keep in my mind to answer any question about the code, for example.
Okay, so never mind that.
Um, let's try again. The first screenshot. Um,
Screenshot.
yeah, it's a screenshot. The second screenshot, and the last. Now I will send this processing and waiting the problem. While the AI is running, it's generating. Let me close this tab. That I think that we don't need this anymore.
So far,
Um,
I didn't notice that you were using AI, aside from the copy and pasting. But
yes.
aside from that, I didn't notice that there is a AI running.
Um, the first method that they give me the let's try without AI, for example. Imagine that we are not talking about AI here. So the first thing that I need to do is filter all palindromes just once. So I read the entire list of words and then filter the all palindromes like this, returning all the palindromes. For example, here we already have the entire palindrome, so now we can do new methods to check. Um, sorry, the which word is the most biggest?
It's the biggest. If you use the biggest, you don't need to use most before.
Who the device? Us. Who device? Thank you. Is the biggest words in the list. Not palindromes. Um. So I just let me think. We have a method. The AI generates the wrong codes in this time. He's trying to let me copy again and show you. He's trying to I'm sorry. He's trying to check palindromy twice, not just once. So mm, let's run this code. Oh, got it. They are just reading the words and checking if he's a palindromy, not waiting the second um for the second step about the biggest word. They are just trying to check if it's a palindromy or not. Twice, by the way, we have a method that finds out palindromies, and inside this method, we we check each one if it's palindrome. But we have the palindrome list, so
You may
um,
use the string API. It it would help you. I will give you a tip. String API with the
yes,
max.
words equals palíndromo dot string dot dot max you told me.
Yes, and then you use a comparator.
Dot comparator.
The comparator inside the max function.
Oh, I comparator.
Comparator dot comparing int. It's a static function, so no need to call the constructor.
Right, like this.
Yeah, remove the first parenthesis. Yes, and comparing ent together. So comparing ent together with a capital E or I. Yes, like that. And inside the comparing int, you can call a method reference, which is the string length. So string, but it's a method reference. So instead of dot is colon, colon. Dois pontos, dois pontos. Yes. This gives you the biggest. Some things. Oh, remove one of these parentheses. Just one. Yes.
But
Let me check. There is a pair. Oh, you don't need the pair of parentheses after length. Exactly.
And then we have a bug.
Let me check what's wrong. We are.
Let's see. I can help you with this simple bug.
Okay. That's the way. We have that string dot max comparator.
And the tool can finally understand the problem that we are trying to do, but give me a very and entire longest code. Just let me take a look. Find longest palindrome. We can do something like this, for example. Oh, shit. Shit. What's going on with my code? Let's see if I can.
Try to use Control Shift V instead of Control V.
It doesn't work. Let's see if from the.
It's copying some new lines alongside the text.
I will copy the entire code and then paste here, and then copy from here. It's this that we are trying to do, but we have another one bug cannot be converted to string
because it's an optional, so you need to use the if present or else, for example. But why it's an optional for it's returning from the max, probably. I have sent you a solution. Try to use the solution that I have sent you in the chat. It uses the string API. I think it's easier. You can set up the AI to favor using string API.
The longest words algorithm. So we have the list of words, and we do word string. Oh, the problem is on the return here. The max returning are optional, and we are waiting for just a string.
Use the var keyword instead of string or optional. I suppose you are using Java 11 and above, right?
I'm not pretty sure about the Java version. Let me check. Yes, you can
Yes.
use.
It's gonna
And
work.
then let's system dot print and then let's print the biggest word. Optional rotator. This is the biggest word that it is a palindrome here.
At the end of the biggest word in the line 69, put a dot, get. I think yes.
To remove
Yes.
the colchets.
The colchetes. You may say brackets.
The brackets. Got it.
Yes. Or angle brackets. Yes, it's working. Now I need to get the shortest word instead of the biggest one or the longest.
We can just replace for the mean, I think.
Good.
It's level.
That's it.
If exists a max, so exists a min.
Yes, it's correct. See that by using the string API, it's way easier. You can even make it become easier in the solution that I sent you. It's fewer lines of code, right?
Yeah, it's very easy. Let me stop the sharing screen.
Try
So
to memorize the solution without the AI.
until Monday, I think that I can't because it, it's nearby today. So, but I will try to the next interviews.
You can do it today. It's really easy. Let's try again. I will share my screen. Let's try to do it in Kotlin, just for
Okay.
you to see how
You
to.
need the AI or I can log out.
Mm, No, let's not use AI for now.
Okay. Just give me a minute to first stop the programming here.
Okay.
Um, let me take the link of the. Let me get the link of this product, and I will share in your chat.
The AI name,
The link of the GitHub product.
project or
Yes,
product.
please.
Okay. I will give you an example of how I memorize this kind of algorithms, because we know that's just a matter of memorization. So we previously memorize what we need to do, and that's it. See that I just copied and pasted here the solution. So first step, you do this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Just give me a minute. I was writing the message on the WhatsApp.
Never
Sure,
mind that.
now I can.
You can send it later, no problem. So I just copied and pasted the solution here. The next thing that you may do to memorize it, you need to delete something. For example, I need to, you may use it like that. I need to create a list to hold the values that the interviewer sent me to check. The interviewer may do this through the chat, or if it is the rank, for example, interface, the actual rank interface is going to input the values. So either way, we need to receive these values somehow. In this case, I'm going to receive it then through the list. So arrays as list. I will delete this. How can I recreate this? I'm not using the AI anymore. I'm not looking at anything here. How can we recreate this? I just delete it. It's just one line. How can I recreate it?
You want to recreate the same line or another way, for example?
It may
Like
be another
you
way.
input the voices from your console, for example.
It may be, but is it the simple solution or the simplest possible solution? Let's try to just create a list without needing to ask for user input. How would you
Okay.
approach that?
You can start to write calling the list words from the Java collections, um, and then we need to put the type of the words if it is a string or if it is a integer, for example, word list. So unlike as a text, we use string, and then we give a name to this variable. For example, string name is or words or text or string lists.
Word list.
Yes.
Oh, there is
And
a important thing that I need to mention. Sometimes you may need to disable this AI stuff here.
I remember that from your current employer
Yeah,
interview. They
exactly. They asked me to disable this. There is a way to do that. I just forgot how to do that. Let me check.
yeah.
Mm. I do this in
This
the recording, but I forgot how to do this
you
right now.
you want to show that you are smart for interview, use the Eclipse instead of
Eclipse.
IntelliJ.
Yes, the old way. I just forgot how to do that, but there is a way to disable this auto-completion. Oh, autocomplete.
I think that is in the configurations, not in the plugins. It's a configuration from the tool.
Mm.
Um,
Either way, you are going to need to do that probably. So I will let you do the research for this because I forgot how to do that right now.
don't
Uh,
worries.
I have the recording. I do this in the recording, but I just forgot how to do this. I will need to check my own recording. But you may need to disable it because they may ask you to do that. But you are doing great. We just need to create
And
something to receive the words.
Stuff as this, we have two ways to do that. For example, we can use as list, or a new array list. That is the oldest way. So if you are using a very older Java version that doesn't exist, the arrays dot as lists, we can use the new arrays. But in this case, we have a good Java version. So,
Exactly.
but I think I'm not sure, but I think we can do that with a collection as well. Mm. Not collections is
Collections is for sorting or creating an empty list.
oh sure.
And then you can add it, something to it. There is a bunch of ways to do that in Java.
Java it's a biggest word I would say of programming.
Yes. And
And
let's do what.
let's use the most common way. Let's use the arrays dot as this. Another way is read a file, for example, with a your string API from Java. We have a text file, for example, and the read that.
mm, Text file.
But
I
uh,
didn't use it
no, we
before.
have a .txt file in your machine, for example, with the words and using AI. Uh, sorry, the IO from Java to read this.
Okay, you are mentioning about read, for example.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of ways to read files. There's the new way with the string API and the old way. We can do that. You are you are doing what I'm wanting you to do. You are thinking of ways to receive this file. That's the first step. Because remember, we are trying to just collect or store a bunch of words inside a variable.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it through this or manually, hard coded. We can receive it from the input, or we
Mm-hmm.
can get it from the I/O operation, from the storage, from some folder, some files. But at the end of the day, we are doing the same thing. We are storing these keywords, these words in a list, right?
And by the way, enjoying this opportunity, this is a very good example about polymorphism in Java because polymorphism is not just about how many ways you have to do a method. It's how many ways you have to do everything, for example. So in Java, we have polymorphism because we have a lot of ways to do the same thing, like like you told me before. And we have a lot of ways to just to put a list of words in a variable. So,
Yes, as long as you follow the interface contract, it's okay. So here we are using a very broad interface, which is called list. If let's suppose we do this array list, so it's not so generic anymore. You need to
we
change.
we need to start the entire list from scratch.
Yes, you
Impose
need to use another constructs because as list returns a
at least.
list, but you are specifying array list
Mm.
here. So
Enjoying this time as well. In my last interview, the interview asked me about um, which data structure I would like to use if I need to put some data in the memorize of the computer. the memory of the computer, the cache memory, for example. Um, in the interview, I forget the answer, but now I have remembered that that is two ways to do that. For example, if you need just to save some data in your cache memory, you can use cache. For example, if you use this data for a longest time, or you can use the thread save, the thread in the Java. You can make a variable with thread, for example, to make a context in your application context, for example, or you can use the lists they are released, for example, a release, hash map, linked list, anyway. So now I remember, but in the interview I forget this.
When there is a golden rule for these scenarios. When in doubt, use a hash map
Why?
because it can. You may also use concurrent hash map for this scenario that you mentioned, which is this caching scenario, because it's thread safe.
Mm,
So we have concurrent hash map. It's a real class. We can. It's in Java util, so we have it. Let's explore it a little bit more. So here we have the documentation, concurrent
mhm.
hash map. Let me increase the size of this.
Uh, you can you can to talking about that. I will just take a,
Okay, take
a,
notes.
a bottle of water.
Oh, you
I
are
will
going to.
take a bottle of water. Water. I come back in some minutes.
Okay, good. I will wait.
You can't you talking about that because I am using the headphone. I can
Oh,
listen while we are talking about that.
okay, good. You are doing a great Indian accent. So the concurrent hash map is a specific version of the hash map data structure that we are used to use, but it's thread safe. It's usually implemented in the Redis caching, for example. So in the background, Redis and also uh, Caffeine, for example, and other solutions for caching. In the background, they are using concurrent hash map. Why? Because it gives us faster random access through to these hashes. And because it's concurrent hash map, it's thread safe. So many threads can use it then, can use it without any problem, without racing conditions, for example.
In resume, why is thread safe to you?
Thread safe is when you don't have the race conditions problems. Do you know what race condition
Why
is?
is race conditions?
Okay, race condition, it's really simple. I will give you an example. Here, for example, you have variable A. You may remember this example in your interviews because it's the classical example.
Alexa, turn on the air conditioner. Sorry.
Okay, so you have variable A and variable B. Variable B is thread safe, so I will paint it as green. And variable A is not thread safe. Okay, we have
Okay.
some methods. I will represent the methods as lines here. One line, one thread. Okay, So we have 3 threads for each scenario. In the first scenario is not thread safe. The first thread changes the value of the variable a to 0. And the second thread tries to change the value of the variable to 10. And the third value tries to change the value to 5. Which should be, in this scenario, which value should be the correct one for the variable a?
Um, can you repeat, please? Sorry.
It's hard to tell, right?
Yes.
Because one, I myself don't remember. Because these variables, they are acting on these threads, they are acting on the same variable, and they are changing the value randomly. So let's put some numbers here so we can better remember what they are doing. This one is trying to put the number 0. This one is trying to put the number 10. And this other one is trying to put the number 5 inside the variable.
At some time.
It may be because it's not
But we are
predictable.
talking about um, REST APIs, for example. It's a REST API that receives a number as a parameter, as a body, for example.
It
And
may be.
the
It may
okay,
be a queue. It may be a database reading. It may be a manual
everything.
input. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what's happening. Somehow there is 3 values that are going to be added to this variable. But for the nature of the threads, they are random. So if you execute this program one time, it it may happen that this first thread reaches the variable first in this execution, and then this other one, and then this other one
Mhm.
in the first execution. So it's going to be 0, 5, 10, 0, 5, 10. That sequence, and
Mhm.
it's just an example of numbers. We may say that it's a multiplication. It's something that is not independent. So they are
Mhm.
dependent on each other.
Mhm.
In the second execution, the JVM may decide to give the first place to this one, and then this one, and then this other one. In the third execution, it may be the other way around. It may be first this one, then this one, then this one. So it's not predictable. It may have different values depending on the order of the execution, and it will cause randomness and troubles and inconsistencies in the end value of the variable because it's not thread safe. So you don't know which one is going to which is, what's going to happen. You just don't know. So
Mhm.
sometimes the end result may be 5, sometimes maybe 10, sometimes maybe 5 again, sometimes maybe 10 again. So it's unpredictable, totally. You don't even have the option to make some tests here because it's like testing the time. The test may pass right now, but may not pass in a few minutes. So there is no thread safety. That's the meaning of this. You don't You you don't have any means to guarantee the order of the execution and the end result because it's not thread safe.
And the thread safe, it's when you know what happened.
Yes, you have predictability. Você tem
For
previsibilidade.
example, we receive um, the number 5 in the first execution, and we save this on the database. After that, we receive it again, so we can throw exception, for example.
Yes, we can even reproduce the scenario because it's going to be predictable. You first add the number 5, then number 10, then number 20. Remember, this is just an example. It may be
Mhm.
JSON, it may be a new user, it may be, for example, a new user. Here, it's not thread safe. So let's suppose the first thread, it's supposed to create the user. The second thread is supposed to add some money to it. And the third thread is supposed to subtract some money. But first of all, you need to create the user first, right? In order to be
Mhm.
able to add money to it and then subtract money from it. But in a non-thread safe scenario, the subtraction thread may come first, and it will try to subtract money from a user that doesn't exist yet.
Mhm.
Do you see the trouble?
Yes, I can
So,
see that.
or the second thread may try to add money, but it's the same problem. The user doesn't exist yet because the system, the operational system or the JVM, decided to run this one first instead of this. That's all the
It's bad.
trouble that happens in a non-thread safe environment. That's why in Java we have a keyword called synchronized. I think you have seen it before. So
Mhm.
there's a synchronized keyword that synchronizes the threads. And in a thread safe environment, we don't have this problem. But if we are making sure that every single thread is executed in the order that we want them to execute, we lose the speed, we lose the performance. Because the whole thing about multi-threading is to do many things at the same time, right?
Right.
But if we are using thread safety, we may lose this power, this performance, because we are doing things sequentially, even though
Alexa,
there is.
turn off our transformation. Sorry.
Okay. So how do we get performance even though we are using thread safety behaviors and programming? When we have immutability. So
Mm,
instead of var, if we can use final
fine.
var, yes, we got performance here for
Uh,
free.
the the final, it's a way that mm, you can you can make it a very how can I say, you need to precisa ter cuidado, tá ligado?
Take care.
Because yeah, you need to be careful with this word, because if you put in the wrong place, you can make a, a huge bug, for example. So noise,
So
you need to know when to use final. Final is accurate, but you need to know. Depends on the case.
yes, during the interviews, you may mention that, and you also may mention the following. If we don't change the
If
original
fail,
value,
we use final. But if we need to change it, we don't use final.
You may use copy.
But
That's
I don't have a user this word before. In my entire career, I never used this.
it's not a keyword
A
from Java.
common.
It's
Oh,
not.
it's from Kotlin.
It's from Kotlin.
Mm,
And in Java, you may do the same, but the the keyword copy doesn't exist, but you are going to do it like this. You do the concept of copying without changing the original object. That's the trick. If you mention this during the interview, it's going to be good. For example, here, look, I may use the final keyword here, right? And
mhm.
no problem is going to arrive. Why?
But we have a problem because we are trying to change the value.
Let me just remove this here because it's not, we are not changing any value. I will demonstrate it to you.
Ah,
It's going to execute the same, right? Oh, here. It's okay. No problem at all. Even though I have put the final keyword here. Why? Because I'm not destroying or changing the words
it is.
list.
Mhm.
Exactly. I'm changing it. I'm transforming it and
In
returning a
another
new value.
value.
Exactly.
It is.
That's the trick. So here, for example, I haven't touched the the words list. I haven't changed it at all. I only use it. I only read
Yeah.
it. So I'm reading the words list and piping or streaming it to a specific function called max. And inside max, I'm doing some comparison. And the result of the comparison, I'm storing in the longest word. So no change have occurred in the original data. Do you agree?
Okay. Mhm.
With this, we can also have the parallelization. So look, we have the dot parallel here. And it's going to work really fine because we are not changing the original data. But if I remove the final keyword here, depending on the context, depending on what we have inside the list, things can go really wrong here because of the parallel keyword. Because I don't have any guarantee anymore of the thread safety because I have removed the final keyword. So we we can't guarantee the order of execution at all.
Mm,
But when I put the final keyword here, I can use the parallel string without any concern. So that's what I was talking about copying. Here we have copy. Implicitly, I have created a copy of the words key list, the words list here, and I'm changing the copy, not the original.
mhm.
That's
That's
why.
good.
It's, it's tricky, but they will appreciate if you do this kind of explanation and comparison. And that's called pure functional programming.
Let me know if you are available tomorrow at the same time of today, because our time are ending, and I want to motivate you with questions. I would say.
Okay, remember to practice this and remember to just do this. You remove a line and try to recreate it from your mind. from your brain. Remove, try to recreate. Next line, remove, try to recreate. If you don't get it in the first try, just do a Control Z and try to recreate again from your brain. If it's too hard to do this, you may comment and type everything. Not copy.
Until memorize.
Yes. Don't copy and paste. Type. And you just go ahead and try to, because by typing you are developing a kind of muscle memory. Memória
It's like you
muscular.
read a book.
Yes. You're
Everything
doing.
you.
Yes, you can read a book, and you also can do some notes, take some notes, and also, oh, here, for example, it's int, and then string, colon, length, and then you develop some muscle memory. But you are going to erase everything, erase, and now again, optional.
It's very boring, but it's needed.
Yes, it's, for example, I forgot the name of the variable. I just put pla, and I remember that I need to use word string dot
Dot
max dot
max. Comparator. Dot comparing
exact
int and calling the string.
the
String. The,
exactly. When you have done this for the fifth time, pela quinta vez, pela 10ª vez, vai ficar chato. E aí você já está pronto para a próxima. E aí eu lembrei aqui, ó, longest word. So longest word comes here. And go to the next step. Delete this. Longest word. If present or else. And so on and so forth. I think you got
and
the
it's
trick.
good to explain about the optional ways that we are choosing for the for show the result. For example, why you are using this if present, why you cannot use it if present or if present or or else true, for example. So I can say, oh, if present because it's more simple, just to know if it exists the value or not. If it exists, awesome, I execute the code and show the value to in the console. Or and if it doesn't exist, we do nothing. Or we can use the if present or else because we can throw exception, we can show another message, we can execute another code or call another class or a plain client, or we can use the if present or else throw to throw an exception, like I said before. So it's
Yes,
kind of good as well to explain the ways that we can do and the reasons.
yes. You may explain them. It's good. Here, for example, or else we are just trying to use the consumer. So the consumer is usually used for a log statement, for example, or a print. We don't care about the return. That's
Uh,
why it's called the consumer, because it just consumes but doesn't give a return.
mhm.
So we may use the consumer, but if you are trying to do a comparison, we may change it to, let me just check. Oh, in Java we don't have or
Hmm.
else throw.
You are acostumado to using Kotlin.
Yes, I'm used to. Acostumado é
You're
used
using
to.
Kotlin. It's because you are using Kotlin too much, so that's okay.
Yes. Do you want to try some Kotlin questions?
Um, let's try tomorrow because I will enjoy this time to take a look about the Kotlin and the I forget the word, but the
Do this
express script
course.
then.
If you do this course from Coursera, it's from the creators of the language itself, and it's free. You just need to have a Coursera account. Kotlin for Java developers. This one. This one is from the creator themselves of the Kotlin language. So it's really good to do it. Let me check. You don't need to do everything because it's too much. I think only module first and second, it's enough. And you are going to have a really good grasp of the language, and it's enough for most interviews. I am using this for most of my career. It's enough most of the time. I will send it
Awesome.
to your.
I have found it now. I see.
Oh, okay. Good. Do this. It's really good. It's really well presented. It really showcased the difference from Java to Kotlin, and especially the exercise are really easy to do and informative. So go deep on this. About the thread safety things, it's also good to know this because Kotlin has a keyword called vol. You are going to see it during the course. And it's important to understand the difference between vol and var in Kotlin. Okay?
Awesome.
Basically, vol is the final that we have in Java.
Sorry, what you said?
Because the vol keyword in Java, in Kotlin, is the equivalent of the final keyword in Java.
It's because Kotlin is the children of the. It's a children. It's a daughter from Java. So
Yes,
they
Kotlin is
have a
like
lot of
a
stuff.
shell. Kotlin is like a shell in the surface of Java. So it's not like Kotlin is an entirely different thing. Not at all. Kotlin relies on Java to exist. It's like TypeScript and JavaScript. You can use
Awesome.
this example because it's really like that.
I think that I cannot know everything about Kotlin because in the requirements they are looking for someone with they are looking for someone with plus of 3 years of Kotlin development experience. But I have a lot of Java experience, so
Never mind these 3 years of experience in Kotlin. It's bullshit. You just need to know the basics.
yes.
It's bullshit because Kotlin is you can learn Kotlin in 1 week. I'm not exaggerating. It's literally this, right? It's literally this. You can learn Kotlin in 1 week if you want to. Intermediate level, not basic level, intermediate level in 1 week because you already know Java. So for the basic knowledge, just do these course that I sent you. But if you are really wanting to go deep, study Kotlin for 1 week, and you are going to be intermediate to advanced level in Kotlin. I'm not kidding. It's really easy.
Awesome. Robson, I need to go now. I need to buy my dinner. Uh, I really appreciate your time and let's come back to português now. Falando da parte de code, eu acho que dá para desenrolar, né, com a ajuda da IA, mas eu vou dar uma lida ali nos lead codes que existem também, pra tentar destravar um pouco para não ser 100% dependente da IA. E aí eu queria saber se tu está disponível amanhã na mesma hora para a gente fazer já as perguntinhas.
Sim.
Pode ser?
Lá para as 8, às 9, a gente faz isso de novo. Realmente é como você disse, né? Tenta entender o exercício, por mais que tenha IA para ajudar, tenta entender o exercício, que às vezes o exercício é muito fácil. Só
Sim, e
que,
fica muito mecânico, né? Só dar a solução.
exato, você tem que ter batalhado, sujado as mãos um pouquinho com o exercício antes. Esse
Sim,
do palíndromo, principalmente, porque ele é muito pedido, muito pedido. E
principalmente, tipo, por exemplo, hoje eu fiz algumas perguntas, né? Eu perguntei o que era o palíndromo e eu dei um exemplo para ver se eu estava certo. Aí eu falei a forma que eu estava pensando e tarará. E aí, antes de escrever o código da solução que tu pediu, da palavra, da maior palavra ou da menor, eu expliquei, né, o que a gente poderia fazer e tal.
isso daí é muito bom. É uma dica de ouro, tá? Eu aprendi isso da pior forma. No início da entrevista, do live coding, você pergunta para o entrevistador se ele prefere que haja um diálogo enquanto você está fazendo a solução, ou se ele simplesmente quer que você vá fazendo e ao final explique para ele. Por que eu digo isso? Porque tem dois tipos principais de perfil ou de perfis nesse momento do live coding, que é o pessoal que só quer ver a solução final e o test case passar, e ele aí no final ele te pergunta coisas. Enquanto isso ele está ali urubuzando tudo que você está digitando. Esse eu acho o pior. E se você, aí que está o erro que eu cometi, se você fica dialogando muito, eles começam a achar ruim. Eles só querem que você faça e ao final eles vão perguntar. Eles não querem que você explique enquanto faz. E também tem o outro perfil, esse é mais popular para a galera no YouTube, que é o que eles sempre falam, enquanto você está escrevendo a solução, vai conversando com o entrevistador e isso é bom, né? Até é bom se o outro lado quer isso. Essa parte a maioria não fala. Essa parte eu aprendi passando vergonha. Então, você pergunta, como que você resolve essa situação? Porque não tem como adivinhar, você não tem poderes de imaginar. Então, já que a gente não sabe qual é o tipo do entrevistador, ou talvez ele não tenha nos dito, basta você perguntar logo no início. Do you prefer for me to walk the talk and talk the walk? Or do you prefer for me to explain what I'm thinking while I'm doing the exercise? Or do you prefer for me to just do it and at the end we can talk about the solution? Aí
Uhum.
você fica em silêncio e espera o cara falar. Assim, você já eliminou o guesswork, o jogo da adivinhação. Você já matou o jogo da adivinhação. Você não entrou nessa. Eu já passei raiva e vergonha por causa disso, porque eu ia explicando e o cara, quando foi ver, o cara só tava me xingar.
Ué, o cara de bunda.
O cara de bunda e eu falava assim, can I use assert J, for example? Aí ele falou assim, essa eu não gravei, infelizmente, mas seria bom de mostrar. Ele falou assim, just do it. Você me cortou, entendeu? Já me cortou. Aí eu perguntei de novo assim, can I get the, the JSON file from the resources, or do I just need to verify its presence? Alguma coisa assim que eu falei. Eu estava com dúvida se eu tinha que pegar o arquivo JSON lá dos testes da pastinha resource, ou se eu poderia simplesmente carregar eles numa variável e a partir da variável eu fazia o que eu tinha que fazer. Então, a dúvida era se eu tinha que ficar sempre consultando o arquivo ou não. Aí ele já me respondeu alguma coisa lá que eu não lembro agora, que já foi outra cortada também. Então ele só queria que eu fizesse o negócio, ele não queria dialogar. E foi duas ocasiões que isso ocorreu. Então, a dica de ouro é: pergunta, pergunta, não custa nada, pergunta. No começo você pergunta. O cara prefere que vá fazendo enquanto fala, ou se ele quer só falar no final.
Perfeito. Agradeço pelo essas dicas de
É,
segunda-feira.
que
Você é
bom,
bem boas.
que bom que gostou. Então é isso. Treinar até amanhã. Amanhã às 8 a gente se fala de novo. Vamos fazer o palíndromo de novo, tá? Porque o palíndromo é muito pedido. Tem o tio Sam, é claro, tem outros, mas o palíndromo é um dos mais pedidos.
A gente pode tentar fazer ele mais rápido, daí partir para as perguntinhas, que eu acho que é nas perguntas que eu tô pecando, né? Porque a última entrevista que eu fiz foi na parte das perguntas mesmo, sabe? Foi mais perguntas, não teve nem lit code, foi só perguntinhas mesmo.
Treina na frente do espelho, pede pra sua mulher te perguntar. Não é zoeira, tá? Tô falando a verdade, literalmente. Você fala assim pra sua mulher. Eu lembro que eu já trabalhei com ela uma vez, que ela fez um trabalho pra mim de tradução, e ela é esperta, ela não é aquelas mulher bobinha que só sabe comprar roupa e sapato e não sabe fazer mais nada. Então você fala pra ela, ó, tem essa lista aqui, pergunta aí uma coisa pra mim. Pergunta aí. Aí ela pega na lista, pergunta alguma coisa, e aí você vai explicar pra ela. Se ela conseguir entender ainda que um pouquinho, mesmo ela não sendo da nossa profissão, é bom, sinal.
Ainda, tá? Ainda. Ela passou num curso técnico de programação em Java, ela vai iniciar.
Aê, muito bom, é isso aí. Bom que vocês dois já ganham muito mais dinheiro. Eu tentei botar a minha esposa para fazer isso, só que ela não quis, não. Ela prefere trabalhar com moda.
Da hora.
Mas é
Tu
uma
consegue,
coisa boa que vocês fizeram.
tu consegue mandar o invite, que daí aqui pela plataforma eu não tô conseguindo
Sim,
agendar só para a próxima quinta-feira.
eu vou te mandar um avulso, porque a sexta-feira não tem mesmo naquele link. A sexta-feira eu deixei livre para me descansar. Mas aí eu vou abrir uma exceção, vou te mandar um convite para amanhã, porque na segunda-feira você já tem entrevista. Então, colocar assim, ó, avaliação do palíndromo.
Perfect. You are the
E na
best, bro.
palíndromo. Pronto.
Fechou. De 0 a 10, como tá no inglês agora? Lembrando que eu não tô praticando nada. Eu só tô deitado.
Poucas escorregadas, mas é compreensível e você entendeu tudo que eu falei. Então, tá suficiente para a maioria das entrevistas. A menos que o outro lado seja muito chato aí. Aí eles vão exigir um pouco mais do seu inglês.
Agora eu já tô passando nas entrevistas com o RH, então só é questão de melhorar a parte técnica e tô indo the game.
Yes. Always make sure to practice your English, even if you are trying to talk alone, no problem. You can talk alone. It also works.
Got it, Master Chef. Got it,
É isso.
boys. Perfect.
That's it.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, bro.